Vegas.
Here we go. Come on, Paris. Not Paris. Come on, Legion. Let's go.
As well as player number 7 of 10. Still trying to contest you up.
Oh, nice little read there. Priestahh dropping from the high ground. So even though Las Vegas will not quite have an opportunity to stay on the hill, a chance to still contest for that left side of the mini-map. Clayster trying to keep his life. Hydra on pursuit, but can't quite finish off the elimination. And with kills coming from the push from the front, now Las Vegas will have a really solid position, not just for the scrap, but they have numbers that try to get Priestahh out from the back. New York still spawning all the way on the other side of the map, and Priestahh's going to get surprised here. Nice moment for the Legion on rotation.
And Priestahh might have thought that he might have been able to anchor a couple spawns, but you saw New York all effectively spawning in over by P3, so that's been a great little pushback for Vegas off the opening rip. They'll be setting themselves up pretty comfortably here as far as P2 is concerned. Clayster, a lot to do here inside of Art 4 in a row.
A lot of space given, though, from the front. No one was even looking over towards the archway, and Kismet just strolls on in for a double. Temp does allow an opportunity for Legion to still spawn relatively close to the back. New York very aware of this, though. Priestahh and Kismet both at the ready. They clear out the interior of this inside munitions area, leaving Standy as one of the only players left but him and Clayster.
There we go.
Before they clean up the scrap time, and with 25 seconds, Vegas is also already focused on Fountain.
And it's massive for Standy. Finds a 6th kill. Both him and Clayster have a combined 12 and 4 through 2 hard points, more or less. Still a lot of time left to be fought over here when it comes down to it. A lot of players for New York for Standy to try to take down. Goes for the challenge, gets cut down. You're still okay with this if you are Vegas. I mean, contested time over by P2 is good. And you got to set yourself up for the Fortress of Solitude for a full 60 at 3.
Ooh, but look at the spawn. Second hard point still active. Kills for New York are on the way in. And that's going to push Vegas out from this position at Fountain almost completely. Last one left is Clayster off the reload, waiting for assistance through mid-map, but New York is very privy to the pinch play that's coming from behind. Now they've got numbers to flood. They should also at least be able to block spawns here on this break attempt. Clayster holding the backside of Fountain, gets the first, turns his attention maybe for more. How about this?
There we go.
For Vegas, clean up, secured, and with that time now being earned.
It's just coming so different right now. So you see him getting electric as far as his comms are concerned on yet another spree. Gets overwhelmed from Hydra, at least through the big arch. No trades to really speak of. Priest is going to at least gift one trade over towards Vegas, but they're not going to spawn in any position to try to contest this back 20 seconds. Very scrappy as the opening set here on Fortress so far, but Vegas walking away with a good chunk of time there at P3 and now set themselves up mid-map for the rotation to 4.
And kind of ultimately, even though Vegas has a couple of good moments, cleaning up, getting in towards the back time at P2, and then the same thing there, kind of recovering their setup towards Fountain, they really don't get as much time as you would have expected considering how clean the kills were. The scrap time on the second largely went to New York, and then even there at the end, Vegas doesn't quite get the full hold of scrap at Fountain. So New York have kept themselves in this game considering Vegas and their polish on these break attempts. As we head back over to munitions for the first time, Sky's deep towards Gallows, cleans up the back. New York looking to follow through. That will flip the spawns. Clayster, one of the last ones to try to contest the hard point, but Kismet's got him blocked on this cross. Nice awareness, though, from Clay as he does take the elimination. Now Vegas have a chance to break.
Oh, big kill to take down Hydra. He's got to worry about Priestahh. He's up inside top rails. Can't let this guy get too much work done. They will take him out. Top rails, not be looked at for Vegas. Another clean kill feed comes through. 20 seconds still left to soak here inside of P4. And well, Hydra might try to give a good shake at it, but just a couple of exits is always really going to realistically fine for himself. This rotation over towards 5 is going to be a big one. You can see New York conceding a lot of space, trying to get stables in their favor ahead of the Blacksmith hardpoint.
Well, Kismet's going to be in trouble here. Just too many angles to watch over. Sky's on top balcony. Good for the double. TJ, top window, will deny any possibility for New York to get a super solid setup here at New. And in fact, Vegas actually have a chance with the little split spawn situation to create problems on both sides of the map at once. Priestahh up top just kind of wondering what he could do from this position, and ultimately, he just kind of has to play his life while the rest of New York does eventually start to spawn up in concentration behind them.
A lot of maps control coming through for New York, but I mean, all the angles and everything else is just being held so wonderfully for Vegas. Got to get past Temp, who's holding the angle over inside the open archway. That's not a fun head glitch to go up against when you are top maps itself. Clayster's still frying. Numbers now starting to follow through for New York, but as soon as they try to even think about getting on the hard point, Vegas cut them down. A fantastic first set of hard points coming through for the Vegas Legion, and they are absolutely letting New York have it. Clay is 19 and 6. Finds kill number 20 as well. It's a combined 5 spree for Standy. He works his way up to 15 and 10.
Now you've got some real good hold setup for Vegas over towards 1 as well, with Clayster, as you mentioned, getting his 20th kill from the front. Standy surviving and getting kills off the exit hold. New York getting a couple of trades, a chance to make their way back over towards stables, largely to the middle of the map, but Clay has stayed safe from that mid-crossing angle. Help is on the way, but is it going to get here fast enough is the real question. Temp tested, but provides the double. With that stand, he cleans up on the hard point itself, and now Vegas a chance to really grow a sizable lead.
And you even heard the devs talking about it, right? I mean, the stylistic difference as far as Vegas are concerned versus New York, they have lost all 3 series so far, have yet to take a single hard point off of New York, and they've been getting absolutely worked, almost fully rinsed as far as the kill department is concerned. 166 to 67, almost 100-point lead for Vegas. Head of this rotation 4-2. Did not have this on my bingo card, brother.
Well, at the moment, Vegas playing with the same kind of fuego they had yesterday.
Can you predict
maybe
this
a little bit cleaner than yesterday. In fact,
damn.
this TJ good gunshots into Priesta. Clayster looking to finish off the kill and will be successful in his feet. 175 to 68. And I'm sure a lot of people now are scratching their head like, what is happening with New York? Not quite able to set themselves up and hold anything around these hard points at the moment. The breaks from Vegas have been great. And as they still control some spawns, now Clayster starts to make his move on in. Hardpoint goes neutral. Sky's the only one to really contest at the moment. Standy, though, caught trying to pinch the play. And with that, the Subliners will get an opportunity to fight for the back 40 of this hill.
I mean, Clay for the entry. I mean, the guy's 24-8. Let this guy take as many gunfights as possible if you are Vegas. Let's go ahead and listen to how they sound with the Vegas Legion. Listen in.
Each front arm. Back, you can push.
They're gonna have
this is good as time. Yeah, cannon box, Hydra. 3, 4, P1. One just spawned, bottom front window and 3 gate.
P1 and 2 gate, yep, P1. Priestess P1, he might stay out.
Close that, I got him. I'm going back to
Priestess
boat.
might stay out P1.
Heard.
Kismet's gonna spawn out right. Go.
Right for this guy. I'm gonna stun P1. He's got a trophy P1. I took 2 ticks off it. 2 ticks off. I didn't stun P1. Might be in the truck. I took 2 ticks off. I don't know what the fuck he's on me. Top map. Top map. Hydra. Sky, homie bench.
More maps.
I think
I block gate.
Yeah, one front, hitting front. Big guard dead. I'm stunning an 80 time weak.
I'm flying this guy.
I stuck him. One hitting big guard. Back hill. Did you get him?
No,
back hill still.
Finessing. I'm one shot in the back dead.
No one front on you, Nick.
We're good. Front dead.
I'm one shot. Guys, I'll get big guard for you.
Get on time.
Get hill.
Trying to get time. I got naded. Hold on.
They're all spawning out.
Front. Front dead.
Nice, just shit.
Big guard. Dove
Statue, Hydra.
I'm on front. Statue and big bottom mark.
Oh my god, get up here.
Play together. 14.
Vegas unbelievably disciplined when it comes to finishing off the scrap at 2, and then you heard the electricity as soon as they realized there was an opening to get into Fountain, and with that break, a chance to put this game to rest here quickly if they can just find one more break in towards munitions.
I mean, it's almost just picture perfect, damn near flawless coming through for Vegas. One good break is all they need. 227 to 111. New York need to hold on. They are getting put on skates in this series so far. Clayster's pushing the side door. You also found assistance through front single. Vegas looking to break.
TJ from the front, off the regen, deals with Priesta, bounces out, knows he doesn't have help immediately here to try to hit this. Help is on the way though from the outside of the map. TJ may just do it all himself. No, Sky's up top, gets 2. Hydra there to assist as New York will still stay into the hard point. Temp turned around and Priesta's kill may lead to an opportunity for New York to continue to fight for this, but he actually dives forward. The spawns got flipped in the meantime of all that chaos. So with that, Vegas spawn enforced from behind the hill. They walk into the hard point, take the eliminations they need, and New York are not really in a position to fully hit this to try to stop them from getting about 2 points away from victory.
You can only realistically give up 1 second. You want to talk about flawless hardpoint, you can only allow 1 single segment. 1 good break, quite literally, is all Vegas need, and they will put this to rest. Hydra's going to be able to at least find 3. He gets traded out, space being provided. Look at where New York are spawning. They're going to be able to get this mid lane control, but Vegas looking to flank through P3.
Have to get a read on this if you're the Subliners. First shot's good. That's TJ from behind. It actually spins Kismet to being off the point. Has to get this win. Doesn't finish the kill. TJ's still alive in the back line. Clayster's going to help Temp get through, and with that, Legion will touch, and Clay lets him know that was a 2.0 KD.
All right, I missed the S&D in the beginning of this match.
Creating a little bit of chaos down here over by the lounge. Fights off more than he can chew. Tries to help out his teammates, maybe try to get past these bar steps. Yeah. But New York have a commanding pace in the middle of the map right now. Great positioning is being held.
And you can see Kismet on the minimap is still looking for TJ. They know that he's missing. Just comes down to where is he missing. TJ says, I'm just going to go back over towards A. No need to get too cute, because the problem is Hydra, number 4 in yellow, is just reaping kills off of respawn right now, putting Vegas in a little bit of a blender here. from their offensive side, and as TJ is eventually sniffed out, everything will kind of reset just a touch here. Vegas trying to desperately get on, pull the defense to actually respond to this A hit. And with the eliminations, this will actually offer an opportunity for Vegas to just completely overwhelm New York's defense. It's a huge stack, 3 members large on towards A. New York scrambling, just trying to get out of spawn to see if they can even contest this zone in any form. And Hydra walks in and gets a double. Kismet follows up, and that's going to be just a back and forth set of team wipes for either team. New York right back in control defensively.
Temps just invested the cruise missile. That cruise missile is now off the cards for Vegas. They really thought that was about to be the end-all be-all, but they only just need 1 segment. They got just under a minute left to do it. Live's just about even, 12 points up against 13, but Vegas back to square one. You got to clear all these power positions away.
To an 11v11 we go. 45 seconds on the clock. Vegas not going to be held in spawn, but they're looking to play around the back. This is going to take time, and they do not have much of it. Kismet lives on 1 HP, traded by Temp just from behind, as Vegas continue to try to play around the map. Not quite just diving on in towards A, looking for controlled windows, and they're going to get it. Last player standing with Skies in a position to try to contest through Sauna. Now all of a sudden Vegas on. Standy will stop the clock at 27 seconds. New York once again need a clean break, but do they even have the time to get here? No, they do not. And yeah, Clayster still feeling good about his respawn performance so far.
I don't know why wouldn't you if you are Clayster? Again, coming in at least for control. Clayster 3 times playing against the New York Subliners, so sitting at a 0.65 in control. Is looking very, very good in championship form, might I add, for Clay when it matters the most. And it's something you can rally behind now that Vegas have a 2-0 lead here in the Expo control. We knew that it was going to be tough for New York. Not a whole lot of VOD to go off of, quite candidly, but the way the way that Vegas were just able to transition to the middle of the map, just clear diner, clear lounge as fast as they did. It just completely uprooted from New York for any sort of control through the middle of the map very quickly.
Vegas up 2-0. You already mentioned the cruise missile had been spent. 2-2 split here defensively as well for the Legion. TJ catches Hydra with a knife out. Skies will get the trade, but ultimately Vegas are going to feel the better of this break-off. Standy tagged, caught an eye on Skies, but it's Temp who beats him to the kill, and New York will find absolutely nothing in the first 30 seconds of this third round.
Oh, man. 16 and 13, now 17 force free for Clay. He's the guardian of the B control zone. You will not get past him. And that allows TJ to bump out from the positioning as well. Just letting them have it. Tough gunfight versus Hydra will get the better of him. Now New York are all spawning parallel over by the B zone. And again, right into the waiting hands of Clayster. Kill number 6. Give him number 7. He's going. Reaping over on this zone.
It's free.
Goodness gracious.
7 streak. Let's go.
Clayster coming hot. 26 plays 20.
Oh my god, the timing. That was so good.
We're starting to get some convincing answers to our question. What was New York going to be able to offer on this Expo? And maybe a little early, but it's made just very well come down to a nothing. Not giving us anything against this Legion squad as Clayster's streak finally comes to an end. 18 seconds on the clock. TJ just avoids line of sight.
Oh my god, TJ. Oh, you had to reload. Oh no!
Due to the fact that he just ran out of ammunition. May not matter in the end, though. New York, not a chance to touch towards B. Skies, maybe with that gunfight can get on. As once more, New York just kind of have to desperately play for both zones at the same time. 2.4 seconds, all they have left.
And they got players over by the A control zone, but again, nobody's in a position to try to get closer towards lounge. But they have the centering. They know that Sandy's going to be top bar. That's going to be the biggest problem. 2.4 seconds left on the clock. Second segment confirmed.
Hydra does get taken down by the cruise missile. Standy trying to work his way into contest, but he did not have a lot of help here, so hold on a second. New York are going to get the extra 60 seconds. Problem about this is you have 10 lives left, which means for Vegas, you can either kill off those last 10 lives or the 55 seconds that remain, whichever is more convenient. TJ, Temp, finding a couple of key eliminations. Any trade is a good trade right now if you're Legion.
Yep. Just got to be playing the trade game. Like you said there, Alan, double the amount of lives over New York's heads here in a must-needed offensive round to keep themselves in this map number 3. You can't afford to go down too quickly if you are New York, but you also can't afford just to continuously slice the door. Sky's still able to get the regen. No, he'll reset the gunfight.
TJ, though, keeps him at arm's reach. Meanwhile, around the back, Priest trying to work his way in. It's denied. Skies, can't see him. The smoke of the Semtex just conceals TJ in the corner. And now it's last lives for the Subliners. 15 seconds on the clock. Stun will give away some information. The utility will keep Hydra away from the zone completely.
It's over.
And then the subs for Legion just clean up on aisle 4. How about the Las Vegas Legion? Last chance, it's Kismet. gets the first. TJ off reload, can't get the trade. This would be a miracle and none will happen. This time, just some very solid smiles out of Clayster and the rest of the Vegas Legion as they 3-0 Expo control. Can they get it done here in 4, trying to avoid a hotel search, which is waiting for us if we need a fit?
Yeah, again, Vegas' map pick for map number 4 here. They were able to take New York's map pick there, Fortress map number 1. But, I mean, you saw there in the stats, Vegas, I mean, you better hope that you get to the rotation first because they are 8th overall in CDL for Breaking Hills here on Hydro Electric. This series very much so could end here in this map number 4. Let's get it on.
Vegas looking to actually make an early route with Standy hitting around the backside of Ruins. The rest of New York, though, on screen is in a really solid position to win the gunfights over the top of the bridge, turn that into what was hopefully maybe a little bit more early time. Skies was waiting for TJ to float back up. And, well, the timing of this...
Oh.
Okay, TJ's going to walk away with 2. I was about to say, not necessarily exquisite for TJ, but he's the one to get to the double. Priesta has to turn tail and run for a moment. But ultimately, New York hold the preferred side of the map, and now with 15 seconds of scrap, have a chance to start earning some time.
Big kill here for Kismet and Priesta to be able to find some good shots. Negate further middle of the map positioning. Kismet's going to shotgun temp before you can even get through Ruins. And yeah, this is a great opening rip for New York. Say what you will about the time. Most importantly, they make sure that nobody can slip past the middle of the map. TJ does have his flippies on, though. He's trying to at least get behind enemy lines, but it should be looked at here for Kismet in a few seconds.
He needs to find this kill, though, because this position from TJ could block spawns if Las Vegas start finding kills from the front. And yeah, Kismet very aware. There he goes. Tracks down TJ. Big win. Now for Vegas. Have to essentially break this right down middle. Clayster's actually way out of bounds here, so to speak. I mean, he's not even close to hitting over through Dome, and New York is going to benefit this with 30 seconds of essentially free time.
Again, New York, 6-2 on Hydro. They are 2nd out of 12 teams in the CDL, 75% hold percentage when they are the first ones inside the hardpoint, and I think this P2 is kind of explaining why. TJ's still trying to give a good old tussle for the old time there versus Hydra. Man. Spawns will flip at the utmost unfortunate time. New York playing for the future, already cut past the middle of the map. You can take those 7 seconds if you want, Vegas. New York have the rotation to new.
This is just sheer perfection in terms of setup from the New York Subliners. An absolute masterclass so far of how to stretch the map and force Vegas to be in the worst possible positions at all times. TJ trying to change that, working all the way around the backside of control, and his teammates will spawn with him. Still trying to exit, will not be a part of this play at the moment, but Vegas starts to find some crucial kills. Hydra, oh my goodness, what a start for him. The Semtex collects 1, goes to the drop shot for another, then off regen, TJ has no contest. Hydra looking fierce to start off to a 12-1 go.
Not exactly an easy map to find a lot of value with when it comes down to Hydra's playstyle, but he is making it work. Positive 12-4. Goodness me. Spawns a flip, but I mean, if you can tell by the camera in my voice, I don't even know if Vegas want to be back here. It could potentially be a spawn trap, but TJ will at least find 2, inevitably traded by Priesta, who tries to shift his focus back over towards the spawn trap. Player number 6 is Standy actually cut through the middle of the map. That'll force a north to south spawn to occur on the west side of the map, but the rotation towards B4 has more yellow members than white there on the minimap.
Yeah, 3-17 combined start for Temp and Standy. Have to have something from those two if you want to try to turn the trends around, because at the moment New York is just dominating in every fashion. Clayster up top does at least hold on to Dome position. That could be used as a pivot point for Vegas to try to either cut through mid or just use Clayster as a lockdown tool while everyone else hits through Ruins. And the play call seems to be the latter. Try to hit through Ruins. Priesta, solid read on this. Almost gets the line up, getting into a killing spree. But ultimately, Vegas has a chance with these kills to still try to threaten the back 30 seconds. Here's the contest. Kismet gets good help from Skies. And oh boy, just when you start to think Vegas has a chance to see the hard point, it's ultimately pushed against them. And New York get to over 100 points early.
It's very individualistic, but it's almost forced by New York's hand, the way that Vegas are forced to try to break for the back 30 seconds or so. I mean, TJ has to try to challenge something. He had some semblance of assistance from Clayster in the AR over by Dome, but it's not enough to fully flood into the break the setup that New York have been suggesting through the entirety of the first set. Hydra still finding kills through the middle of the map. Yeah, Vegas, you might be inside the Jenny new hard point for now, but New York looking to break quickly.
And you barely, it's just TJ, the only one who's actually here. Standy and Temp now a combined 5-24. They do pick up a couple of kills around the back, though, so Vegas will kind of stabilize with hopefully still holding on to the proximal spawns. But problem is, New York is pinching around both sides, leaving Standy by himself. Clayster does still spawn behind, but he is a mile away. So Standy has to get some work done, and ultimately he does get traded out by Hydra. Clayster up top trying to contest. Pinstripe goes the kill feed, 1v1 for the time. Sky scores the drop shot. But Clay does take a chance for the dub. 23 seconds to play. Vegas, they need this time, and they need it badly, and that last gunfight will secure it.
Every single second is going to feel like a drop of water in the middle of the Sahara Desert if you are Vegas at this point in time. I mean, what a great first set coming through from New York, just completely negating any presence throughout the entirety of the map. It started over by P1, and it continued all the way over towards the end of P5, where Vegas finally get themselves on the board. I'm sure it's all cool, calm, collective with New York, with a double amount of point score over Vegas Legion. But let's hear how the comms sound with the New York. Listen in.
Watch out, mid-cut.
Okay,
I killed him. Okay, bro.
Counterblock.
Get time, I'm blocking. You're good.
Alright.
I'm gonna tell him.
Every window. Yeah, I got my low.
Yo, CJ, you might want to hold left.
They can go my left.
Yeah, hold it. I have your top window.
Yo, he's already low left. He's arches.
Caution water, dead. One top
right now. He might be
Pipe sweep.
mid-cover pushing through behind you.
One shot. Mid, top red.
Almost left, guys.
Stop it. We're good.
Alright, we're good. I'm counterblocking.
Oh my fucking god. One more bottom.
I'll bump the hill. Plus, you keep frying, bro.
Yeah, bottom, dead.
Keep frying, bro. You're good.
I'm
Iron
gonna
up.
come.
I have my window. Look my low.
Clay.
I have my window, Preston.
What's left? Arches.
Yeah,
Yo,
arches.
Archer shot me. Say, procedure, maybe get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be on you. Play the first guy left.
Broken mid.
Nice. I still know for you.
You can be mid-hut P1.
You broken? Alright.
There's 2 P1. I'm not even throwing. They're both right. Last guy holds 2.
I got no time.
Mid out.
I have time.
Okay.
I'm near your top dome.
One is P1 on you, right?
Hey,
He's
dead.
native P1. Nice.
One more shot.
One's arches.
Nice.
Arches and mid shit.
Yo, can you get hooked from the back?
Mid shit.
Alright.
Johnny's dome.
Bro,
I'm
dead.
on your close up.
I'm re-hitting the back, bro.
Yeah, that's one of
Okay,
the
which one?
We got mobile.
I'll get broken. I have the whole
I have your
broken.
dome cross.
I have your water
If
hop.
you're on water, yeah.
My back door. Oh shit, he's on dome.
Top dome, dead.
Nice pressing. Good
One more
shit.
shot.
bro.
Probably
I'm
water.
moving
Yo,
front door.
Top dome on me, dead.
One shot standing. Absolute time.
Dead.
Nice. Top dome.
I got time. No, I killed
Yo,
him.
back with P1 water.
Water dead.
One shot. Nice.
Water
I'm taking a route.
What a freaking map from Priesta. If it moves, it dies right now. He's on 5-24-7. Talk about a bounce back hard point after his 13-27.48 KD on Fortress. New York dominating.
I think that's certainly one word that you could use. 24-8 for Priesta, 23-13 for Hydra. Is going to call in that cruise missile. And that is just going to be so damning when you're looking at it from Vegas' perspective. Clayster doesn't have a trophy system, can't keep himself over by the God Rock. Vegas might have themselves inside of P3, and they're actually proactively looking towards the back. New York responding in.
Oh, and Hydra just taking gunfights at mid-range without any concern whatsoever. Oh my goodness.
It's over.
It's all subliners. Everywhere you look, it's all yellow. New York looking to put this one away quickly. Get him to a map 5 is what they want. TJ turned away. Priesta just holding the front line with the AR, just finessing, but ultimately not able to take more than just the first. Sky's now next one up, and he's good for the double. New York stay in the hill. It's just chef's kiss everywhere you look. Last players for Vegas. You feel like you have to challenge the time, but at the moment, it's all New York.
I just don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, Vegas have been somehow scrapping away with getting maybe 12, 15 seconds here or there of initial time. And then New York break them up. They get some scrap time, all of like 5 seconds, and New York already have the rotation towards New, and it's the latter of the two this time around. Again, New York have the rotation towards 4. Vegas might have a couple players that could threaten maybe a gunfight or 2, but middle of the map, again, it is all New York.
Just so much control. Everywhere Vegas try to go, they're being contested. And now, getting isolated is TJ. Oh, at some point, you just start to tap out. Mercy. Kismet denied. Standy, chance now with a couple of kills for Vegas to work their way on, but boy, they need a lot of things to go perfect if they even want to have a chance at us even talking about a comeback.
And someone short throwing the white towel almost on. Man, this is brutal. 14 seconds still left to fight over in New York. Are just going to continuously put daggers into the side of Vegas, continuously put nails in the coffin that is this map 4. New York want a map 5. They are barely losing gunfights right now, Alan. I mean, Skies, he's only got 28 engagements. So easy to do. And Hydra's 31-16, Priesta 29-11. Again, Vegas in for the initial time. New York looking to break.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's
okay.
over.
Come on.
Send it.
Yep, I'd say so. I was just about to say say, I mean, we talked about the average score differentials. Maybe this was one of Vegas's better hard points.
Oh my God.
Maybe not.
Come on, fellas.
Working
Come
alongside
on, Legion.
Priesta to try to put some
do this.
influence over for the defenders at B. But ultimately, Vegas feeling pretty good about this setup at the moment with a long play from Temp watching mid windows with a sniper rifle, and he's seen Priesta, and I think that information's now mutual.
It sure is. Priesta, you shooting different right now, but be careful with that. I was about to throw his whole entire body out there. Elsewhere, though, Sandy's looking to get proactive, especially through the cat room. Hydra's going to hold his line. He actually has dead silence available, just looking to at least play this corner.
Oh, huge, though. Clay on the corner takes down the bomb carrier for Kismet. Temp does get pushed off the angle. The defense is starting to rotate over, and in the meantime, Standy does take care of the lurker Hydra. Oh, and then the frag just lands in Sky's back pocket. So now it's just down to Priesta, 1v4. 33 seconds, no bomb. And as I think the candor of my voice starts to fall off, I think so do the chances of Priesta locking this one in. Clean first set of shots, but Clayster just playing around the mid box. No worries there. Vegas take the opener. That's huge from Vegas, just trusting the setup, not panicking after a beat down in map number 4. This time, 3-1 split. Standy looking to get aggressive in towards Restaurant. He's got 3 different subliners nearby. The only one really contesting the A zone is Skies, but the problem is Standy does get kind of isolated and taken down. Bomb still being planted, though. Lots of information from Standy, even though he did drop. Leads to this plant and a 3v4 post plant. That also sees TJ topping towards bedroom. Clay to join him as he just barely survives on the cross.
Got TJ down low, just playing in these very tight angles, looking at the
Temp
bomb.
doing?
Temp's holding
He's all
at
the way
least
in the back.
long flank. The rest of New York all trying to funnel through the middle of the map into the waiting arms of TJ.
I like this. Trust that Clay and TJ can get a lot of the post-plant work done. Don't use Tep unless you absolutely need him. And as he makes his play known, it's now just once again down to Priesta.
There we go.
Not gonna happen. TJ locks
Temp
it up, and how about
way
Legion in the
far
face
back.
of a 3v4? I think you got to give a lot of credit to Standy saying,
He's
yo,
waiting
there's
for
at
that
least
pinch,
2
I
on
get
me.
it.
Take the plant. Heavy defensive stack here for Vegas in towards mid-map. Standy playing on the cross. Clayster just outside through sofa. Subliners looking to get forward and towards A, and oh my goodness, Hydra is pushed so far so fast. Dead silence is a part of the play. But can he track down Temp? Yeah, just before Temp starts to rotate back over towards mid, and all of a sudden Vegas have a huge problem on this A site as Clayster not quite able to lock down the mid cross, but the nades do deter the plant for now.
Clay's still on that head glitch over by the fountain. It's going to be the next call, especially for Hydra to try to get into position and maybe try to deal with him. Priest is going to push up over inside a statue. Tough head glitch for Standy to try to challenge.
Yeah. This contact is everything. Standy wins this gunfight. Vegas have a chance in the retake, but it's a very, very tough battle. Priesta, once again, popping it up.
Oh my God, Teej.
TJ comes to assist, though. That's the middle of the map now cleared. Skies has to watch 2 things at once, and very wisely turns to find Standy just before the hit was on. TJ, considering the same play. Semtex out. Skies sees the left arm of the throw, and that's enough for Skies to take his second and leave Clay down to a 1v3. Not a lot of time for him to do much here, especially as a trophy player. He will take down Kismet and have a look at Skies, but the clock is the biggest enemy here. New York will use that as their way to get their first round on the board. Have already kind of taken an aggressive stance of their own. Quick hit from Hydra. Damn. Oh boy, and he gets 2. No trades to be found, and well, round number 4 is going to come to a pretty swift and convincing close unless Temp can do something here stuck at mid-map.
Hydra's going to hold the angle. Knows that the challenge has to come through. It's 2 New York players down yonder, and Hydra again.
You want to talk about how bold that hit actually is? New York hit that without throwing any nades, so the trophy system that's down doesn't automatically give you some sort of a clue that a hit is on the way because no stuns or semtexes were tossed. Hydra
nice,
quick to try to
TJ.
get on the way towards top bedroom, but TJ, a little stack with some team shots, allows him first blood, and New York will leave A with some designs towards this B site, which Vegas are here, and they are ready for this hit.
What a good response, but the first point of contact,
How
Kismet
did
just
he know he
swings it
was
wide.
there?
Priesta next up to bat, in Vegas with the response off the first blood from TJ. Didn't see anybody else. Skies, 1v3.
Yeah, now his position is known. Dead silence not ready yet, but with 50 seconds on the clock, he will earn it likely eventually, especially if he can find this first kill in the corner. But no, just trying to find some sort of visual on anybody from Vegas, but not allow an opportunity for a gunfight.
Great reactions coming up from Vegas with a 1-round lead yet again.
New York once again going to go over towards this very similar defensive setup. Kismet over towards B as the sole defender. Sky's watching the cross in through mid. But the difference is Hydra is going to be playing kind of alongside Priesta's angle.
Oh
And
my God,
TJ,
I almost got
no,
under
can't
there.
quite get away. Was tagged up from a multitude of different forces of damage. Hydra's the one to get the kill, but Clayster does shrug off Skies from the mid angle. Maybe still a chance for Vegas to still consider this A site, but they want to maybe feel things out a little bit further towards this mid couches position.
If they want to try to push over towards B, it's all going to rely on Standy. Clayster tried getting inside bottom bedroom. Temp didn't even have an angle to try to assist him. And the moment that Standy tries to come help out through the middle of the map, everybody falls flat.
So when you get this back and forth of New York full stacking through mid, charging you at archways, and then the next defense, wait a second, no one's pushing anywhere. Vegas just don't have the ability to get the map control early. Hydra, very similarly, going to make his play right across. This time he does survive. Clayster, though, still tallies first blood, plus one more behind it. Hydra would need to double up here. He does get away from the second contestant and then flies his way back to bottom bar. This leads to a 2v2.
How does Hydra able to get himself inside of info just so scot-free? I mean, the one thing working for Vegas is that Clay found that first blood plus an extra, but now you're forced to try to deny more map away for some information, and Clay gets caught mid-tack sprint. The bomb's now in a recoverable position for Priesta. TJ in 1v2.
And he's got a Vaznev at range. You don't love this, but of course, the question mark on where is Hydra? Keep TJ from playing over towards bedroom side. Priesta thought about the plant, backed off. TJ's damage decent. A little cheeky jump up from Priesta, trying to at least get some damage into play. TJ looking for the tag, gets it, backs away. 30 seconds on the clock. Priesta back on for the plant. Regen in for TJ. Does he get the exit? Does he get the toe tags? He stops him from planting. 1v1 now with Hydra, who collects the bomb, but does not play for the immediate plant. Just literally laying on top of Priesta's dead body. Here comes TJ. The check. Shot's decent. Hydra stays alive, but no, can't quite find the gunfight, and TJ clutches a 1v2.
You can always count on TJ showing up in the search and destroy. Everybody popping off for TJ there. You saw Temp and Standy just gassing it up. Catches Hydra mid-plant attempt. Vegas with a one-round lead once more.
And this time, Vegas wasting no time whatsoever. Same defensive setup for New York again. Hydra, good first blood. Semtex out, and this is the problem with just trying to rush into A when New York have this type of a setup. Clean kills lead us to a very early 3v2 for New York.
Bombs collected. TJ's on the site. He's trying to plant it. Priesta didn't see him. He's covered by the display case. Skies, the wallbang shots through the door of luggage. Not going to collect any damage on the TJ. Bomb laid down.
TJ's thinking about making the cross. Was he scouted? Priesta was on rotation. He may not have seen TJ. But New York is all about trying to clear out this player in the back. Problem is, now TJ's position is known, and New York's going to have to go quickly. Yes! About to expire. Temp pops up, finds the kill into Kismet. Priesta for the 1v2.
Yes! Let's go!
No! Temp catches him on the backside staircase. Denies the attempt for a clutch. And now Vegas take a demanding lead.
As they try to rewrap around the back. Series point for Vegas.
And 10 crucial points on the leaderboards at hand.
Get one, get
New York.
Oh, nice play.
Clayster, first blood. Temp still scouting over to the top side of bars. Sky's trade does alert that Temp very well could get into a long-range gunfight. But Standy, how about this play? At just 1 and 7, he's looking to go really quickly to clear up this position, but no, he misses out on the chance of the opening gunfight. Sky stays alive. Trophy system keeps him safe from Clayster's utility.
Just that
and
timing,
just like
that second
New York
dude that
bring it to a 3v2 in their name.
And you're forced to play isolated now if you are Clayster and Temp. Temp has to go pick up the middle of the map to try to deny the wrap over towards B because the bomb has not been planted at A yet. Clayster has to be careful if he tries to swing wide. There's a lot of ARs looking at this top bad position.
This is all about timing. Temp trying to get around the back. Clay, just misses out on a chance at Priesta, so now it falls on the Temp on 4 in a row. Looks down, sees another tag. He was hoping for a Vaznev. But for a 1v3, no dead silence in total. And the 10 crucial leaderboard points. Can Temp find a way to isolate? Does see Skies, topside bar. The question, though, is where is Priesta come to? Temp on the move. Skies throwing shoulders. Temp has seen this. Couple of shots trying to bait Priesta out, but man, he's just not taking the bait at all. Very wisely holding his ground. 15 seconds. Temp has to make the play. It looks like he very well just may concede the round in favor of holding the 4 streak.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely the right call. I mean, if you are Vegas, right, you have this 2-round lead, will be diminished, of course, to 1. But, I mean, if you can get a cruise missile on a map like Hotel, we've seen how deadly it is. Hardpoint control, search and destroy, the splash damage can find a lot of value when it comes down post plant or retaking over there by lights. Not going to be the case. New York, 1 round away from forcing out another round 11.
Different setup this time for New York. They're not going to play aggressive in towards couches. They're going to double stack in and around bedroom to watch the cross towards A. Vegas, can you get the information on this guy's tagged up? Temp just windshield wipers
God,
his way to a kill.
bro.
Hydra down low, takes down 2. Hydra's isolated.
Come on.
And that does lead to an opportunity for TJ to secure the trade. But in a 2v2,
watch
Kismet's
this.
looking to go quickly. Temp has picked this up, though. The timing of this read is exquisite. Kismet does get out, realizes that his plan has been foiled. And Vegas, with those tags, will look for a plan on A.
It's redemption time. You covered space. Get the bomb planted today. You know that Kismet might try to flirt with the flank. They just don't know where Priestess might be located at.
TJ opts to stay on the bomb, though. Dead silence out. TJ does get across. We stay 2v2. Priestess through the bottom. Temp takes shots. Oh, the damage is so severe. Trying to
Yes, let's go!
1v2, no, not going to happen. It's a hit back through mid. And Vegas will stay away from around 11.
God, I just got a 2-piece that round.
To keeping
Round
the gap
freaking 10, bro.
at top 8. New York will have to wait.
All right, but that's that one. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys in the next one.
Good God, all my demons getting to me lately. Spent all my time getting faded and my thoughts, they were fading. Pondering why I was fated to be me. Mine was erasing no rhymes, evanescence. Welcome to the great mind of a lost soul. World cold, young nigga bold, making all the wrong decisions.